Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you would never ask, Heidi. Today is Tuesday. It is the 8th day of March. Can you believe that? It is.
I really can't.
National Women's Day. Actually, International Women's Day. So happy International Women's Day to women all around the world. National Oregon Day today as well. National Peanut Cluster Day. I like those. Maybe too much.
You know what's weird? I don't love peanut clustered, but I love chocolate-covered peanuts.
So in other words, you like them as long as they're not clustered.
As long as they're not clustered.
Keep it separate and I'm fine.
Yeah, it's so weird.
Anybody ever tell you weird? National Proofreading Day today. Did I say that right? It is. National Proofreading. Okay, I just want to make sure Oh, and it's a Tuesday. That means we have Tuesdays with Charlie.
Yes, we do.
You usually say it with me. We have
Tuesdays with Charlie.
You said it without me.
Usually say it with me.
Tuesdays, you know what it is. All right, we'll do that here before you. It's not next. It's coming your way in a little bit, though. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
At BetterCreditCards.com, our mission is to help you get a better credit card. Why pay more interest than you need to? We have cards with amazing points and perks. If you're not a point person and just want the lowest interest rate, you can find those too at BetterCreditCards.com. You can also find credit cards designed to help you build your credit. BetterCreditCards.com wants to help you get a better credit card. Give yourself a little credit at BetterCreditCards.com. That's BetterCreditCards.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. Let's face it, we've probably all been stuck on at least one Zoom call.
Not me, because I don't do that.
You've been on Zoom calls. You've been on them with me before.
I don't take Zoom calls.
I know. She does. It seems now a number of workers have come up with ways to game the system. So 2/3 admitted to setting their laptop camera at an angle to make them look more domineering.
Okay.
Another 56% try to make themselves look busier than they regularly are, leaving Zoom calls to attend another work meeting that doesn't actually exist. So they're like halfway through the meeting, like, hey guys, sorry, I got to go, got another meeting. And that really, no, they don't. 54% regularly say something in Zoom meetings just to look more involved. 25% have joined a Zoom call while on an exercise bike. 82% make good impression by wearing formal office attire on the top, even though they're not wearing pants.
Yep.
And 1 in 3 have tried to appear more committed by claiming to be ill. Hey, I'm not feeling good, but
they're still on the call.
Even though
What
they're
a
perfectly
trooper.
fine. There we go. Surveys and studies and such. Brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com.
It's Bernie Carrick, former New York City Police Commissioner. If you own a gun, you need to check out StopBoxUSA.com, the safest solution to keep a firearm in your home and get instant, reliable access to that gun. It's an awesome weapon retention product, especially if you have little kids at home or frequent visitors. Get access to your gun in under a second. StopBox is the safest solution to keep a firearm in your home.
Use discount code RADIO to save 10% at StopBoxUSA.com.
You need to check out StopBoxUSA.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by RadioTravelGroup.com. Heidi, did you know? A robot has successfully performed the first abdominal surgery without a human guiding it. A laparoscopic or keyhole procedure performed on a pig at Johns Hopkins University is a major step towards fully autonomous operations on patients.
I don't like that.
During surgery, the robot, called STAR, Smart Tissue Autonomous Robot, reconnected 2 ends of an intestine. Researchers say that STAR can actually perform better than real surgeons who tend to deviate more from the ideal cut line, causing more tissue damage. So saying, hey, this is better than most doctors.
But a computer cannot respond accurately to trauma. So if something happens, if you're bleeding out, if you're whatever, it's going to continue doing textbook procedures.
They probably have a sensor in there. For that. I don't know. I don't know everything, but I do know this, and now you do too. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. A lot of folks probably already have heard this news. Anybody that's a big fan of the Oscars, if you've been following them on all their socials like me, you know.
Yeah, like you.
Pretend like I do. They've got the host duties for the 94th annual Oscars happening March 27th. Wanda Sykes, Amy Schumer, and Regina Hall going to host. Now, it's been 35 years since 3 people hosted the biggest night in television, and never have that many women been in charge of MC positions at a single event. Each host will anchor a separate hour, Schumer leading things off. The Oscar telecast is coming off their lowest rated telecast since they hit the air in 1953. And by the way, they didn't have a host for the last one. No host. Julia Fox made her New York fashion debut after splitting from Kanye. The Uncut Gems actress walked the Autumn-Winter 2020 show. So there you go. I didn't see that. Did you see it?
No.
I didn't see it either. All right. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
The Vegas Travel Center is offering 3 days and 2 nights accommodations to Vegas. They'll completely waive the package price. Plus, you get tickets to your choice of activities as well as meals. Jump on this now. Obviously, a deal like this isn't going to last. When they're gone, they're gone. So don't miss out. Just call 605-210-5220 and they'll get you set up for a great getaway. Call now for this special radio offer. 605-210-5220. That's 605-210-5220.
Now, your scoop of the day comes your way courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. I think we're only going to get to one thing, but it's kind of a cool thing. It says changing what you eat could add up to 13 years to your life. That's cool.
Really?
A newly published study. Oh, that could have been surveys and studies and such, but it's here. They found a lifespan can be increased by eating fewer red and processed meats and more fruits and veggies and legumes and whole grains and nuts. Here's how to make changes to your diet almost painlessly. They say track your eating habits. Many of us eat mindlessly. That's me. And we're not aware of all that we put into our mouths. That's me. So write down everything you do for a day, including the reasons you did that when you eat. Look for small improvements that can make you stick to your diet. So I tried that once, and I just kept getting like peanut butter and jelly all over my journal. Just kidding. Plan for success. They say pack healthy lunches and snacks. Don't expect that wherever you're going is going to have stuff, because they don't, then you make bad choices. So they're saying if you stock up.
Even if they have the right stuff, you're going to make bad choices because the bad options are there. So,
like I see you have a salad here, but
yeah,
for $1 more, I could get the triple decker burger.
Or for less, actually, is the way it usually goes.
Next on the list, remove sugar from breakfast. This has tons of benefits, including keeping your blood sugar level and keeping energy levels and creativity high, and it sets the tone for the rest of the day. So they're saying maybe not, so much sugar at breakfast time. That includes coffee, by the way. And another one, make one meal meatless. So they're saying you don't have to cut out all meat, just cut it out from one meal. So lunch is the one they say could be the easiest. Maybe if you replace meat with something else at lunchtime, that might do everything you need it to do. And then the last thing, eat what you love. Wait a minute. You just gave me a whole list of rules that were the exact opposite. They say in moderation, of course. Find a healthy substitute for things you love that you can't have. They're saying cauliflower with barbecue rub is fantastic. I've never tried that.
I have not tried that either. I've been very impressed with the substitutions for cauliflower that I've made so far.
She uses them for a lot of other things. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Aloha! Are you ready to enjoy a little slice of paradise? GMDvacations.com is a family-owned, professionally managed vacation rental in sunny Kauai, Hawaii. Your family will absolutely love the area, and the vacation rental has room for up to 6 guests. Why stay in hotel rooms when you can have your own area at a vacation rental from GMDvacations.com? Visit Hawaii with us and make your trip to this tropical paradise one to remember. On Facebook and Instagram, online at GMDvacations.com.
Time now for my favorite program, something we do every Tuesday just because we can. We pick up the phone and we call my father-in-law for a little thing we like to call
Tuesdays with Charlie.
It's Tuesdays with Charlie. He'll give us some golf. We talk each week and we learn fun stuff. Everyone loves him. He makes us laugh. Sometimes he's wrong, then he fires his staff. Get ready to learn some things. Here we go. It's Tuesdays with Charlie on the John and Heidi Show.
How you doing, Charlie?
Hey, it's Tuesday.
It is Tuesday, and we have
Yippee.
Charlie. We're excited to chat with you. What do you got for us today?
Well, I probably got some good stuff.
I'm excited for that.
Let's see here. Hey, did you know that around 50 billion cups of coffee is consumed each year?
I drink a bit of that myself, but not that many.
But you know what? Tea is still the most commonly consumed beverage.
Really?
Really, I would have never guessed that outsold coffee.
Huh. That's pretty cool, though.
Well, I don't like tea, so
I like tea.
that don't work for me.
You don't like iced tea?
Iced tea's okay, but not hot tea.
Okay. I like all kinds of tea.
You like anything. Hey, then, did you know this happened last night, too, here in Iowa, but there are, on average, 44,000 thunderstorms on Earth every day.
Wow.
Okay.
It's a lot.
We had a little lightning and thunder last night, so.
Yeah, isn't that weird? It's not usually the way it works that time of year and this time of year in Iowa, but that's pretty cool.
Well, it was different.
Yeah.
Hey, then, did you know about 98% of the thoughts you have each day are the same thoughts you had the previous day?
90% of those.
98%.
Yeah. Mine are I wake up and I go, look at my beautiful wife. I'm such a lucky guy.
Wow. Yeah, you do.
Hey, see what I did there, Charlie?
You are such a suck-up.
Hey, it works, man. It works.
She don't like you anyway.
I know. I know. That's what I got to do, though. Stay in the groove here.
There you go. Hey, then, do you know who Steve Jobs is?
Yeah.
He relieves stress by soaking his feet in Apple's company toilets.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he put his feet in the toilet. I've heard that. That is kind of bizarre.
All righty.
He must. I won't say it. He's a strange little dude, isn't he?
Yeah, that is
Absolutely.
a bit bizarre.
The world record holder for breaking wooden toilet seats with the head is Kevin Shelley, having broken 48 seats in 1 minute.
Why
In a
would
minute.
you want
Holy
to
cow.
do that?
Just because he wanted to have a record. There are so many bizarre records.
Yeah, he got a record, all right. It's a bizarre one.
I think he could have broke the record with one of them. I don't know.
Probably.
48.
But that would have been easy to break that record, so you have to at least make it a challenge.
Now I got to go buy 49 toilet seats.
There you go. And I got one last thing here for you. We'll
right.
make this quick today.
What do you got?
On average, humans release 2 liters of gas per day by burping and passing gas.
I know somebody that's way above average.
That's me.
It is you.
Way above average.
Oh, yeah.
I think I've surpassed that just since we've been on the phone.
Probably. I wouldn't doubt it. So, are you ready for a question from me, Charlie?
Yes, I am.
So, have you? First of all, I'll ask you and I'll ask Heidi. Have either of you ever been injured by jewelry?
No.
No.
I have been twice. I cut my finger on my ring. I almost pulled my finger off, which I guess happens quite often, but I caught on something. And then another time, I did this almost the exact same thing with my wedding ring. So, roughly every week, how many Americans are injured by jewelry every single week, Charlie?
Every week. Wow.
You have a number for me?
125.
More than 125. How many do you think, Heidi?
260.
You guys are both wrong. It's roughly 800 Americans are injured by jewelry every single week.
Wow.
Yeah. So if you've ever gotten
Right.
hurt by jewelry, you're not the only one.
Well, I've never been hurt by jewelry, so I'm in the
Well, consider
tougher group, I guess.
consider yourself fortunate, Charlie.
A little sharper than the average guy, ain't I?
Apparently.
All right. Well, we're excited to chat with you again next week. Thanks for talking to us.
We'll do it again on Tuesday.
We'll do it. All right. Thanks, Charlie.
Bye, Daddy.
Bye, Fluff. Bye, John.
Bye-bye. My father-in-law right there. We talk to him every Tuesday just because we can. It's a little program we like to call
Tuesdays with Charlie.
At bettercreditcards.com, our mission is to help you get a better credit card. Why pay more interest than you need to? We have cards with amazing points and perks. If you're not a point person and just want the lowest interest rate, you can find those too at bettercreditcards.com. You can also find credit cards designed to help you build your credit. BetterCreditCards.com wants to help you get a better credit card. Give yourself a little credit at BetterCreditCards.com. That's BetterCreditCards.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
I've got all geography facts today. So the first fun fact, Australia is wider than the moon. Interesting stuff.
Wider or whiter?
Wider.
Okay.
Wider. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The majority. I'm trying to figure out what you meant by the majority of Canadians.
The way you talked, I couldn't understand what you said.
I'm sorry. The majority of Canadians live south of Seattle, Washington.
I don't know if you know
Yeah.
this, but this is radio. You have to enunciate.
I'm trying to enunciate, Heidi. Wow. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Canada has more lakes than the rest of the world combined.
Thank you.
Yeah, and our final fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
A major FedEx hub is in Anchorage, Alaska, because They're located within 9.5 flying time to almost 90% of the industrialized world from Anchorage, Alaska. That's pretty cool.
That is
Several
pretty cool.
fun facts. Now you know.
It's an
Thanks
island.
Wow. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
It's Bernie Carrick, former New York City Police Commissioner. If you own a gun, you need to check out StopBoxUSA.com, the safest solution to keep a firearm in your home and get instant, reliable access to that gun. It's an awesome weapon retention product, especially if you have little kids at home or frequent visitors. Get access to your gun in under a second. StopBox is the safest solution to keep a firearm in your home.
Use discount code RADIO to save 10% at StopBoxUSA.com.
You need to check out StopBoxUSA.com.
Now, RadioTravelGroup.com presents a news headline from somewhere in this world. Dateline Israel. Israeli couple Zechariah and Shama have been married for 91 years. As Jewish orphans in Yemen, they married young to avoid being wed outside of their faith and outside of their culture. They survived extreme poverty and persecution and were some of the first Yemeni Jews to move to Israel when the state was founded. They did a short video recently on the BBC. They were just 10 and 12 when they first married. They became parents to 11 children and 64 grandchildren. They've been married 91 years now. So how cool is that? By the way, I might be wrapping up this segment because I'm struggling to find. It just seems like there's a lot of the stories lately are weirder and weirder. This was actually a really nice one, but
It was a nice one.
I don't know. I'm going to see. We're trying to. If you have an idea for a different segment for this, let me know. I got a couple things the Heidi keeps suggesting, but I'm not doing those. All right. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
The Vegas Travel Center is offering 3 days and 2 nights accommodations to Vegas. They'll completely waive the package price. Plus, you get tickets to your choice of activities as well as meals. Jump on this now. Obviously, a deal like this isn't going to last. When they're gone, they're gone. So don't miss out. Just call 605-210-5220 and they'll get you set up for a great getaway. Call now for this special radio offer. 605-210-5220. That's 605-210-5220.
Now, some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. Vancouver-based video game company has hit the top of Apple and Google's download charts with a new mobile game based on the TV show The Office. Even the show has been off the air now for almost 10 years. They still have a huge following.
They really do.
And they regularly top the streaming charts as people rewatch all 9 seasons. I literally watched part of The Office over the weekend. I was watching it on a TV channel. I don't remember which one. The game, titled The Office Somehow We Manage, has players working at the fictional Dunder Mifflin, interacting with characters and reliving iconic moments from the series.
Oh, cute.
So, would you want to play a video game where you're literally in an office working?
I don't play video games.
I don't either, but doesn't that sound like a weird idea for a game?
It really does, yeah.
But I'll bet it's probably not the average age. It's probably not young. It's probably people, our age and older that are going, oh, hey, that's kind of fun. I'd like to work with those people. With
Jim.
Dwight. Maybe not Dwight. Everybody else.
Everybody likes Dwight.
I don't know about that. Weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for the list brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. These are the best snack foods if you're hungry before bedtime. Oh, I am excited for this list. Walnuts. They say you should aim to eat foods that give you the most nutritional bang for the buck without being high maintenance. So walnuts are a good choice. I'm not going to be able to go through all the details on all of them, but I'll give you a short synopsis here. The next on the list, bananas, because they have potassium and they're a natural muscle relaxant,
But
which
they're
is good.
super high in sugar.
I don't know. Chocolate-covered nuts. Now you're talking. Probably looking for something sweet. Try nuts covered with dark chocolate. Next, Greek yogurt with almonds and berries. It's great because they have a balance of proteins, carbs, and fats. Rice cake with peanut butter. Okay. Peanut butter, protein, and fat, and rice cakes have carbs, so they're saying this is a good thing. And the last one is dried shiitake mushrooms. One of the best sources of plant-based vitamin D. So there you go.
None of those things.
I have a list.
I ever consider grabbing.
And if you want to see it, you can find the list in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Aloha! Are you ready to enjoy a little slice of paradise? GMDvacations.com is a family-owned, professionally managed vacation rental in sunny Kauai, Hawaii. Your family will absolutely love the area, and the vacation rental has room for up to 6 guests. Why stay in hotel rooms when you can have your own area at a vacation rental from GMDvacations.com? Visit Hawaii with us and make your trip to this tropical paradise one to remember. On Facebook and Instagram, online at GMDvacations.com.
Time now for the quote of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com. George Burns is where our quote comes from today.
Okay.
We just watched a movie not too long ago with George Burns.
Yes, we did.
That we hadn't seen forever. It's,
18 again.
Yeah, 18 again. And it's George Burns and a young man that we also had a chance to meet recently.
Charlie Schlatter.
And Charlie is such a nice guy.
Oh,
in that
he's
movie,
so fantastic.
In that movie, he and George Burns changed places, so he has to be the character played by George Burns for that whole
phenomenal
and he did such an amazing job. Of the mannerisms and everything. And then when we met him, we were telling him that Heidi was like fawning all over him. It was
he's
embarrassing.
Adorable.
It was embarrassing. Anyway, George Burns' quote, it says, "You know you're getting old when you stoop to tie your shoelaces and wonder what else you could do while you're down there." It was very George Burns. That is your quote of the day. Comes your way courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. It comes your way courtesy of radiotravelgroup.com. And this is quite the story here. He sold his home to pay for his granddaughter's education. So the internet bought him a new one. Not the internet, but people on the internet. So listen to this story. February of this year, Humans of Bombay shared a story about an auto rickshaw driver who sold his house to pay for his granddaughter's education.
Okay.
Thanks to the love and support of strangers, he now has a roof over his head. In the interview with Humans of Bombay, this guy, Desrej G, revealed that after losing both of his sons, it was his responsibility to provide for his grandchildren and his daughters-in-law that gave him the strength to keep going. 6 years ago, my oldest son disappeared from home. He left for work as usual, never came home. His body was found a week later.
Oh, my gosh.
2 years later, he lost his other son to suicide. When his granddaughter asked if she would have to quit school, he made sure to let her know, you're going to be able to keep doing that. And he worked longer hours, leaving earlier, staying later, to make sure that she could stay in school. On most days, we'd have barely anything to eat, he said.
Oh.
So then, this young lady wanted to further her education to become a doctor. And he said, but I had to fulfill her dreams at any cost. I sold our house to pay her fee.
Oh, my gosh.
So when he did this, somehow this got put online, his sacrifice. And when it got put online, the people on social media saw this, and somebody made a fundraiser to launch a way to help raise money, and $32,000 came in, which was enough for him to be able to purchase a home in the area that he lives in Bombay.
Wow.
So thank you for reaffirming our faith and kindness and humanity is what it says here. I love that. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you so much for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Tuesday.